Sports 630 KIDO, KIDOM.com, Terry Ford Show. NBA draft. Couple days away. Time to talk some NBA news, a draft, the lockout, the savior of the league has shown up. Let's talk with Kevin Burke, our buddy from HoopDoctors.com. Hey, bro.
Wait, who's the savior of the league?
Ricky Rubio.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Yeah, you might be a better savior for the league than Ricky Rubio.
Ricky, listen, I don't want to cut you off. I just wrote an article yesterday for the HoopDoctors.com entitled, Ricky Rubio better be a damn good NBA point guard.
No doubt.
He better be one of the best point guards we have ever seen, holding the NBA in Minnesota and their fans hostage for 2 years. I mean, the guy averaged 5 points, 4 assists over the last 2 years, lost his starting job a few months ago. I'm just saying, this guy better be as advertised. I hope David Kahn knows what he's doing.
Bro, he shoots under 40% from the floor.
I forgot to mention that. He shoots under 40%. He's a great, and I don't live in Spain. I don't get a chance to watch him day in and day out, but I have done my research, my due diligence to kind of look up some film on him and read all the scouting reports I can. Great passer, very, very gifted passer. Looks like Pistol Pete, kind of plays like him as well. Exceptional court. He has one of the best, I guess, sets of combined court vision and passing abilities right now in the NBA, I think. But I mean, he's very slow. He's immediately one of the slowest point guards in the league. He said he's going to thrive in the fast break. No, you're not if you're going to be that slow. In case you haven't watched, the point guard position is by far the most athletic position by position in the NBA, and he plays below the rim. He's kind of slow, so good luck to you, Ricky Rubio.
Bro, he plays below the net. Forget below the rim. He plays below the net. And he is going to get destroyed on defense, by the way.
Oh, obliterated. Here's a couple of names of who was drafted after Ricky Rubio in the 2009 NBA draft. Point guards, Stephen Curry, Brandon Jennings, Drew Holiday, Darren Collison. Those guys are starters right now for their team. So, translation, he better be as good as advertised right now. I mean, they're going to trade Johnny Flynn to make room for him. I mean, they're doing everything. They're selling tickets for $9 to match his jersey number.
No.
Listen, hey, this guy better pay the bills. He better.
I got 3 words for you, bro. Crash and burn.
Yeah.
It is going to be ugly.
I am not holding my breath. I'll tell you that much.
But he's going to be this guy. And you know how this works in our highlight-driven society. He'll throw a couple of highlight passes a game, and everybody's going to see it on SportsCenter, and everybody's going to think he's really good. But then when you actually sit and watch a game, you're going to go, that dude sucks.
Yeah, I watched his entire introductory press conference today about a few hours ago. I mean, he speaks, he's getting his English together, so, you can't knock a guy for that. But he just didn't instill a lot of confidence. Maybe that's a language barrier thing there, but I didn't seem confident. He just said a lot of, I got to get better at this, I got to do that, and hey, we're waiting 2 years for you, but you should have that stuff wrapped up already.
You would think by now, you would understand. It's gonna in 2 years. I gotta be able to, I don't know, maybe be able to hit a perimeter jumper. Better, go do some of those fancy exercises and plyometrics to get quicker. Maybe I should be able to touch the net by the time I get there. Maybe I should play some defense. I have a feeling this is going to be a disaster in Minnesota.
I'm wondering what D1 school he would start for. I mean, in the ACC and Big East could even start based on what I've seen. Again, I'm not a EuroLeague expert by any stretch, but based on what I've seen, I'm not sure he could even start like for the D1 in the ACC or Big East. But time will tell.
Yes, it will. All I know is he got benched by his team in Spain. And it's like, whoa, that's not a good sign.
Exactly.
Kevin Burke, HoopDoctors.com at Sports 630 KIDO, KIDO.com. Terry Ford Show. All right, NBA draft, and it's a draft that is just awful. It just seems like it's going to go down in history for its awfulness. You got 2 cats in the top of the draft. Look, Kyrie Irving, I think the biggest complaint is we only saw 11 games. If Kyrie Irving would have played the whole season to the quality he did, Kev, that first couple months, that first month, no one would be going, we only saw 11 games of this dude. I mean, Kyrie Irving, obviously, from what people saw, they think he is the number 1 pick in this draft. He's the best point guard in the draft. And obviously, in the NBA today, you need a point or you're in trouble. Then the other elite guy we think is Derek Williams at Arizona, who in his 2 years put up some stupid numbers if you just sit back and look at it. And we watched him play in the NCAAs. And after that, dude, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's like bobbing for apples. It's like picking names out of a hat, blindfolded. It's piñata time. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. I'm really still trying to understand. I mean, Kyrie, I hear what you're saying, 11 games. If he played longer, I personally would be more sold on him. I mean, his big thing is that, or, all the experts, air quotes, all the experts are saying he's a pass-first point guard. He's a true point guard. I mean, he averaged, almost 18 points and 4 assists. Those numbers alone don't say pass-first guard to me if you're looking at just the box score. And in every game he played, all 11 games he played, he scored at least 10 points. In no games, in 0 games out of the 11, did he have double-digit assists.
Right.
I mean, those two things jump out at me and say, hey, is he really a pass-first guy? I think he's silky smooth. I think he can, create his own shot. He can get guys involved from what I can see. But if I have a Derek Williams staring at me, I mean, he's a 6'9". He shot the three above 50% last year. He can finish around the basket. Just ask Duke. Ask Kyrie. He was a part of that game. He can finish around the basket. How do you overlook a guy like that for a floor? I mean, everything you're saying is right. You need a point guard. He's not super athletic. He's not, you can pick it apart till the cows come home. But
right.
If I'm Cleveland, I'd take Derek Williams. And David Kahn was kind of suggesting and hinting that the draft lottery was fixed. He was kind of sour that they got the number 2 pick. Well, if they had the number 1 pick, they'd pick Williams anyway. They got boy wonder Ricky Rubio, the savior.
Right.
So they're going to pick a point guard anyway. So he got his wish. But you're right. After the first 2 picks, I mean, Brandon Knight is slated to go number 3 to Utah. In my opinion, his closest NBA comparison is Devin Harris. What does Devin Harris play? Oh, he plays for the Utah Jazz. I mean, he's already on that team. So, does Brandon Knight going to Utah really make them a better team? But, again, where do you go? I guess the next best guy after that is Cantor.
You trade it. I don't know. You trade out.
You trade it, maybe.
It's awful.
Right. It's tough. It's really tough.
Well, to go back with the whole first 2 guys, see, I'm kind of more in your camp on Kyrie Irving. I didn't see pass first, distributor, getting everybody involved. But then again, I watched Derrick Rose at Memphis, and I didn't see that either. He's still not that in the NBA. I'm a Chris Paul kind of guy. I want a point guard that his first goal is to get everyone else involved. But he can score when he needs to. That's my kind of point guard on Terry Ford's NBA team. And look, no offense to Derrick Rose or, Russell Westbrook. Those guys drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I can't stand watching the point guard dribble the ball for 10 or 15 seconds and 4 dudes stand there picking their nose, wondering what in the hell he's going to do. I want a Chris Paul point guard any day, and I think those are the guys for it's all said and done. Look at Jason Kidd, another one. I mean, I want those kind of point guards. Kyrie Irving doesn't strike me as that point guard, Kevin. Not yet.
Yeah, with each passing day, we're moving farther and farther away from the Magic Johnsons, the Jason Kidds, the Chris Pauls, the Penny Hardaways. We're getting farther and farther away. The Rose, the Westbrook. We're a part of that era. So when you get a guy like a Chris Paul, he's rare. He's an anomaly now. Mm-hmm. You kind of have to realize that everyone's a shooting guard. Everyone is no matter how tall you are, you're a shooting guard. And Kyrie, maybe he can morph and develop into that because I don't think he'll be able to score 18 points per game in the NBA. He won't score 30 points like he did a couple times this year. That's for sure. So. Cleveland, I guess, I don't know. I guess with Cleveland, maybe Derek Williams, his frame reminds them too much of LeBron.
Yeah. And
they want to steer clear of that. I really don't know what it is, but best of luck with that pick. I think he's going to be a shoot-first guy. I don't think he's going to get guys involved. Initially, I'll give it some time. I mean, these guys are 19 years old, can sit here, pick it apart to the cows come home again. But, if it were me, it'd be Derek Williams.
Well, I'll tell you this. I would rather have the second pick in this draft if I'm Minnesota because I don't want to make that choice. I don't want to pick between so I think Derek Williams is more the sure thing of being a good NBA player than Kyrie Irving. That's the way I look at it. And if you're going to ask me who has even a better chance of being an explosive player in the NBA, I'll take Derek Williams over Kyrie Irving, too. I get Cleveland. I mean, I understand you want a point guard. You want a face of the franchise. You want the guy to help everybody forget LeBron. He's a dookie. He can complete a sentence. He can smile right, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if today, in June 21st of 2011, if you said, which one of these 2 guys do I think is going to be an elite player, has a better chance, I look at Derek Williams. And if you have the first pick in the draft, isn't that what you want, an elite player? Who cares what position they play?
Yeah, I completely agree. In a draft like this, I think it's best available over need in this draft. With some minor exceptions, I guess Cleveland's mindset is that they're going to take Kyrie number 1 and then cross their fingers that Enes Kanter will be there at 4, which I think he certainly will be. But I mean, Kanter and Williams are probably roughly the same height, but play 2 completely different games. I mean, Williams can score from anywhere on the floor. Kanter is a bruiser. He's a banger down low. But I mean, you have a guy like J.J. Hickson, who kind of does a similar things to what Kanter does. I guess, and it's funny to me because word out of Cleveland camp is that they don't want to draft a Derek Williams because they have J.J. Hickson. To me, I think Hickson is more of a Kanter than he is a Williams, so I'm kind of lost there. But so I mean, their intentions are right. Get a small guy and also a big as well, so you kind of balance out the floor. So I get where they're going, but I'm not sure. Hey, this draft is weak, but I'm not sure that they're going about it the right way.
Kevin Burke, HoopDoctors.com, and Sports 630 KIDO, KWM.com, Terry Ford Show. I'll give you the other one, and I heard this today, and this better be a big load of fertilizer, that the Lakers want to get in the first round, and they want to get in the upper part of the first round, and they're willing to deal Pau Gasol to do it. Now, look, Pau Gasol, this in the postseason was awful. Girlfriend issues, Kobe's wife, whatever it was. I don't know. I don't know what the problem was. But here's the thing. We all have such short-term memories. Pau Gasol, first of all, there was no Andrew Bynum in the last couple years in the postseason. This cat's always hurt. Gasol has been their go-to inside guy. They got 2 rings in the last 3 years, been to the finals 4 times, in 3 times in the last 4 years, rather, with Gasol. The guy's put up double. He's a double-double machine. Could he be tougher? Yeah. Could he be meaner? Sure. But at the end of the day, in a league that doesn't have a whole lot of real quality, skilled big men, he's right up there near the top. And to trade him to get a top 5 pick in a weak draft makes 0 sense to me, dude. 0 cents.
Yeah, it goes back to like when they got swept by the Mavericks. Everyone's saying, "Hey, break up the Lakers," and I said, "Whoa! Why break up the Lakers?" So I guess this is probably acting on that impulse. But what I have heard today was that any sort of power rumors are untrue, but this is out of Lakers camp, so maybe that's just kind of posturing. Yeah. But I also heard, Pau Gasol for Kevin Love straight up. I don't know what Kevin Love, the double-doubles, how many, I forget how many in a row it was. He set an NBA record.
It was sick.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, he hit a 30-30 game, but the team won, 13, 15 games?
Yep.
I'm kind of confused how that happens. A guy that's so productive, who was a clear most improved player. Why was the team so, terribly bad? The worst record in the NBA. I'm not sure what to make of the Love thing. But, yeah, with Pau, he's one of the most skilled big men. Next to, him and you put him in a hat and, toss him up. They're just very skilled, different skill sets, of course. Very skilled. Can he be tougher, like you said? Absolutely. But hold on to him. He's 29 years old. I mean, he had a bad playoff. Maybe it was mental, like you said, with, the whole Kobe and his girlfriend and whatever. And give the guy a break. I mean, this is one of the most skilled big men in the league. No way do you deal him entering, I think, the prime of his career.
No, again, I've said this before. You're going to deal somebody, deal goofy Andrew Bynum. That dude's never going to play over 70 games in a season ever.
No.
Ever.
No, right, and if he does, are you going to get a 20-10? Probably not. You're probably going to get, your 14-8 or whatever. So, well, that's a sign of the times with the big men. You're absolutely right. When the Lakers were actually rumored to be trading Bynum for Carmelo, I didn't believe it at the time. Now, the Lakers, if they pull the trigger on that, they'd be sitting pretty. But they didn't say you never trade big for small, so they didn't do that. And they're stuck with this guy who was out, up for attempted murder on J.J. Barea. So
we're talking to Kevin Burke, HoopDoctors.com, and Sports 630 KIDO, KWM.com. Hey, man, we'll watch the draft, and we'll get back up here next week, and we'll talk about it, brother.
Sounds good, my friend.
All right, man, we'll see you.